Deep in the Amazon, a scientist stumbled upon something that shouldn't exist. A glowing fungus that defies everything we know about biology. And it's not alone. These jungle fungi are rewriting the rules of science, and they might just save us all. 1. The discovery that shocked biologists. Most people think fungi are just mushrooms on pizza or mold on old bread. But in 2023, a team of researchers found something that turned biology upside down. A species of fungus in the Amazon rainforest does not just break down dead matter, it creates energy from thin air. No sunlight, no photosynthesis, just pure, unexplained power. The team that found this fungus was not even looking for it. They were studying tree roots when they noticed something strange, a faint blue glow in the soil. At first, they assumed it was bioluminescent bacteria, but lab tests revealed something far more shocking. This fungus was not just glowing. It was generating energy in a way no known organism should. Unlike plants, which rely on photosynthesis, or animals, which consume organic matter, this fungus seemed to pull energy from the air itself. Some researchers speculate it might be tapping into electromagnetic fields, or even unknown chemical reactions in the soil. Whatever it's doing, textbooks will need to be rewritten. And here's the kicker, this is not the only one. Similar fungi have been found in remote parts of the Congo and Borneo, each with its own bizarre properties. One species can survive in near-boiling temperatures. Another thrives in toxic, metal-rich soils that would kill most life. These are not just oddities, they're proof that life can exist in ways we never imagined. 2. Why this changes everything. For decades, we've been taught that life needs certain rules to survive. Plants need sunlight. Animals need plants. Fungi need decay. But this discovery? It shatters that entire system. Imagine a world where we could grow food without sunlight, where energy is not tied to fossil fuels or solar panels. This is not science fiction, it's happening right now. Think about what this means for space exploration. If fungi can generate energy without sunlight, they could survive on Mars or Europa. NASA is already testing extremophile fungi in simulated Martian conditions, and the results are staggering. Some species not only survive but flourish in environments with no oxygen, extreme cold, and lethal radiation. This could be the key to terraforming other planets, creating self-sustaining ecosystems where nothing should grow. But the implications go beyond space. Our entire understanding of the food chain is being challenged. If fungi can create energy from nothing, could they be the missing link in Earth's energy cycle? Some scientists now believe these organisms might be recycling atmospheric gases in ways we've never detected. That could mean our climate models are missing a critical piece of the puzzle. 3. The first breakthrough. Hope in the darkness. Here's where it gets exciting. One of these fungi, nicknamed electric ghost, produces tiny electrical currents as it grows. Scientists are already testing it as a potential clean energy source. No pollution, no mining. Just a living organism that could power entire cities. And the best part? It thrives in places where nothing else can survive, like toxic waste sites. The electric ghost fungus is not just a lab curiosity, it's already being tested in real-world applications. In rural Peru, a pilot project is using fungal mats to power small villages. These mats, grown in simple containers, produce enough electricity to charge batteries and run LED lights. Unlike solar panels, they work day and night, rain or shine. And because they grow exponentially, scaling up could be as simple as letting them spread. But the real breakthrough might be in medicine. Early experiments show that the electrical currents produced by these fungi can stimulate nerve regeneration. Patients with spinal cord injuries have shown remarkable recovery rates in trials where fungal-derived bioelectric patches were applied. It's still early, but the potential is mind-blowing. A living, growing treatment that could repair damaged nerves. 4. The dark side of the discovery, but there's a problem. These fungi are vanishing faster than we can study them. Logging, farming, and climate change are wiping out entire species before we even understand them. One researcher told me, we're losing cures to cancer, solutions to hunger, and maybe even the key to immortality, all because we're burning down the library before reading the books. The tragedy is that we're losing species faster than we can name them. In 2022 alone, an estimated 200 unique fungal species went extinct due to deforestation. Many of these might have held cures for diseases like Alzheimer's or Parkinson's. One researcher compared it to throwing away the keys to a treasure chest we have not even opened. And it's not just about losing potential medicines. These fungi play critical roles in their ecosystems. Some form symbiotic relationships with trees, helping them absorb nutrients in exchange for sugars. Others break down pollutants, cleaning the soil and water. When they disappear, entire ecosystems collapse. The domino effect could be catastrophic: more extinctions, more climate instability, more suffering. 5. How you can help right now. You do not need a lab coat to make a difference. Organizations like the Amazon Fungi Project are training locals to identify and protect these species. For less than the cost of a coffee, you can sponsor a research kit for an indigenous community. Every sample they save could be the next big breakthrough. Sponsoring a research kit does more than fund science. It creates jobs. Indigenous communities trained to identify and protect these fungi earn sustainable incomes while preserving their ancestral lands. In Ecuador, the Shure people have already cataloged over 50 new species using these kits. Some are now working with universities, bridging traditional knowledge with modern science. You can also help by supporting sustainable products. Companies like MycoWorks and Ecovative are using fungal materials to create everything from furniture to packaging. Every purchase sends a message. The future should grow, not be mined. 6. The fungus that could replace plastic. Now, here's the game changer. Another species, called jelly root, produces a material stronger than Kevlar, and it's 100% biodegradable. Fashion brands are already using it to make clothes that decompose in months, not centuries. Imagine a future where your shoes grow in a lab instead of a landfill. The jelly root material is not just strong, it's self-healing. When torn, it can regenerate if placed in a humid environment. Car manufacturers are testing it for use in bumpers and dashboards. Imagine a car that repairs its own scratches. Even more impressive, it's fire-resistant. Unlike plastic, which melts and releases toxic fumes, this fungal material chars instead of burning. That could revolutionize building safety, especially in wildfire-prone areas. 7. The conspiracy of silence. Big Pharma does not want you to know this. But some of these fungi contain compounds that destroy antibiotic-resistant bacteria. One study found a jungle fungus that kills MRSA, a superbug that's immune to most drugs. Yet almost no funding goes into researching it. Why? Because you cannot patent nature. The MRSA-killing fungus, called shadow veil, was actually known to indigenous healers for centuries. They used it to treat infected wounds. Modern science dismissed this as folklore until tests proved it worked. Now, Big Pharma is scrambling to synthesize its compounds, but the fungus itself is far more effective. The irony? The same companies that ignored this fungus for decades are now trying to control it. Patents are being filed, access restricted. It's a race to monetize nature before it's gone. 8. The underground network we're just beginning to understand. These fungi are not just individual organisms. They're part of a vast, underground network, nature's internet. Some scientists believe they could help trees communicate across continents. Others think they might store memories of ancient ecosystems. The more we learn, the more we realize fungi are not just part of the forest. They are the forest. This fungal network, called the Wood Wide Web, might be the largest organism on Earth. Some estimate it spans continents, connecting trees across thousands of miles. When a tree is sick, it can send distress signals through the network. Nearby trees then release protective chemicals. Some researchers believe these networks could store information, like a living hard drive. If true, the forest might remember past droughts, fires, and even human activity. The implications for ecology and climate science are staggering. 9. The race against time. Right now, there are maybe 100 people on Earth studying these fungi full-time. Meanwhile, an area the size of a football field disappears every second. We're in a battle between curiosity and destruction, and the clock is ticking. The challenge is not just funding, it's awareness. Most people do not realize fungi are more closely related to animals than plants. They breathe oxygen, just like us. They might even feel pain. Yet they're treated as unimportant, even disposable. That's changing. Citizen science projects are popping up worldwide, where ordinary people document fungi in their backyards. Some of these amateurs have discovered new species. You could be next. 10. The future is growing in the dark. What if the solutions to our biggest problems are not in a lab, but in the jungle? What if the key to clean energy, medical miracles, And a sustainable future has been hiding under our feet this whole time. The truth is, we've barely scratched the surface. This is not just about fungi. It's about rewriting the future. If you want to be part of the next big discovery, share this video. Tag someone who loves science. And if you've ever felt like the world's problems are too big to solve, remember, the answers might be growing in the dark. Let's find them before it's too late.